What you see is what you get. Fly nerds. You see it and say it. Yeah, you see black excellence and intelligence we now combine. Fly nerds on the verge of connecting the minds. North, south, east, west over digital lines. Catalogs of the culture inside. Seen it with our own eyes. We done been through the trends and phases. The names and the legacy, the changing faces. We can't talk shop, only dealing the truth. You tuning in to the Fly Nerd Group, so let the people's in. Yeah. FNG. Yeah, so let the people in.
Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, all Fly Nerd and Nerdettes, you are now tuned into the Fly Nerd Group, and this is the Fly Nerd Toybox, and I am Cosmo Galactus, your host. I will be hosting this lovely event and feature, and as you can see here, I'm pretty geeked about what we're about to talk about. As you see, we have the box of the Max Factory Figma Guyver 600. It's the 15th anniversary of Figma and this action figure. People who's familiar with the Guyver may know from the American version, but there was a manga and anime that was the start of this, and that's where I was introduced. You know, I saw the movie and it featured, Star Wars dude. You know what I mean? And he was the guy who found the Guyver unit. But it was real goofy and corny. It was live action, though. But it was really goofy and corny. So I was introduced later with a friend, and he introduced me to the anime. And I watched the anime. I used to love this anime. It was a volume set. So I had the first 2 volumes. I used to watch that shit like night and day. And the manga, I read the mangas and then other movies that came along with this series. So Guyver is a pretty dope anime. It's one of my favorite animes that's on my list. So I was really excited for this figure. I saw this, and I got this from Marvelous. So shout out to him. And this is what we got. This is the Figma box. As you can see here, it's pretty dope. You get the front, you get the side panel with some artworks, the anime artwork, illustration by Yoshiki Takiya. So shout out to him. And then you got the back where you got some cool pictures of the features of the toys, of the figure actually. And then you have your Japanese warnings and instructions and things of that nature. And then you turn the box this way, you got this right here. Cool little logo, you know what I mean? Then we back to the front. So this is special. So this is a pull-out box. Pull it out. Then you have the regular box here. Get this out the way. Still features and more pictures and instructions in Japanese, which is always cool. Another picture, back to the front. As you see, I took out the figure already. You just don't do an open box, you don't open your figure. So yeah, I had to do that. Check out the quality control, and here he is. This the Guyver right here, man. Pretty dope figure, in my opinion. I like I like the fact that this thing's really slick. It's really slick features. Let me put the camera down on it. Boom, boom, boom. Really slick features, as you can see. It's blues. Sho Fukumashi. He got this joint. So, it comes really dope, man. You can see articulation. Nice little design from front to back. So it comes with a head sculpt. It comes with a few things, hands, and some retractable blades. We're supposed to be sonar blades that he used for weapons. And then his chest opened up here for his Mega Blaster. You guys familiar with that? The Mega Blaster opens up, and then a laser come out and pretty much wipe out everything in his path. So that's one of the cool weapons that he have. you know, the control belt, control metal. Got the little things back here. I wish they move, but they don't. And yeah, this is pretty dope, man. If you're familiar with the toy, with the anime, this toy really is pretty dope, man. More and more I mess with it. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into the articulation. I want to get into that real quick. Fix the lighting on there. So well, first let's talk about some of the things it came with. So yes, this is the figure here. And here's some of the things that it came with. Sorry for falling on camera. I'll fix that up real smooth. So boom, it comes with a Guyver unit. A Guyver unit. It's pretty dope in detail. You can see like the webbing and stuff, the organics that's in it, you know. And you know me, I'm an artist anyway, so I may find a way to blackwash this out. But yeah, pretty dope there. You get another head sculpt that has half a Sho Fukamachi face. As you can see in some of the advertisements, he always had that part when he rip off the face, in which he have that hand right here for that. So put that right here with this head sculpt, and boom, you got that right there. Now the head, it pops out like so. So you can switch the head, no problem. So I kind of like head sculpts like this because, you know, you pop it off, you might lose something, you know what I mean? So just take off the face. And that's how Figma, some of these imports work. You know, you take off the face, but the head stay the same. So boom, you got your shot, boom, with the hand. So yeah, hands come with it. Get your fist, and you get a bunch of other hands, which is pretty detailed too, because they have the same organics that's on the inner part of the hand. It comes with a bag to store all the accessories and stuff. Then it comes with the instruction book, you know, in Japanese and in English, Americanese. So we all can read it, and we all won't break the figure trying to figure out things. So pretty much it's pretty cool. Like I said, the articulation is dope on this figure. Let's get into that. The head swivel, you get a swivel, and you get a down. You don't get too much of a up, and I'll show you why. The tapping back here, as you can see, it goes down, but once you bring it up, hey, that's as far as it go. And maybe it could go up some more, but I ain't testing that limit right now. So this is what I got. But the rest of the articulation is pretty dope. You get swivel, you get a double chest ab crunch. As you can see here, you can do a whole sit down, actually bring his legs all the way up. These legs are super articulate. You see it's double jointed as well. So they come out the joints, the waist come out the joints. So when it comes to articulation, you shouldn't have a problem. They do fold back in, so make sure you keep that there. But if you want to get wild with the articulation, you can do that. The arms, they go up, T-pose, boom, swivel, swivel, swivels all around. Double jointed shoulders, as you can see here, the place goes in and out. So you can have more articulation with both hands, boom, boom, boom. And yeah, I said these blades come out, so the blades come out like this, poop, boom, boom, boom. Where the other blade at? Well, they come out, and then this is the tab you insert it in. So boom, and then, you know, sometimes these fold out too. So I really like the design of this because with the articulation, you know, some figures you can see the joints and knees and all of that. But this one is real slick. As you can see, he fold right back in. You see the knee, the elbows, like there's no like elbow joint. Like it's really smooth. I like that, you know? I really like that. Like the elbow joints is really smooth on here. And same with the knees. You know, you see the kneecap and then the extension, boom, right there. So you don't see the big breakage of the joint. You know what I mean? Everything is fluid. from front to back. I really like this figure more and more. I fuck with it. So yeah, this the Guyver right here. So next, I'm gonna sit him down. We'll stand him up, hopefully, and we could do some match scales, scaling with the big boys, see who we could work with. So all the toy photographers, you know, I always go for what's the scaling? Who can we mess with? You know what I mean? So of course, since the Guyver deal with a lot of Zoonoids and monster type figures, I don't have any Zoonoids. I couldn't find that in the market. So I got, excuse the noise in the background, getting stands and stuff. But I got a few monster figures to mess with them. You know what I mean? A couple monsters. These are actually Warhammer McFarlane joints. So I got a couple of these. You know, so you got something to mess with on the toy photography side. You know, just don't want to do the posing. You want to kind of get the action along with it. So yeah, there. You know what I'm saying? Just putting this last thing on. I'm sorry, guys. Should have been a little bit more prepared. But now we here. So yeah, got the monsters on deck. So, you know, they look cool. I'm gonna do some shots like that with them. And these McFarlanes, so you see the scale right here. Use those. Speaking of McFarlanes, this is a Batman, McFarlane Batman, Arkham Asylum Batman, actually. And you see he's pretty tall. But, you know, Sho Fukamachi is a kid, you know, so he's not like a big guy. You know, this is a kid who found the Guyver unit by accident. And, you know, they became one. And he been on the run since, you know what I mean? So literally, this organization's chasing down the kid. And so yeah, so I like the scale. So even with the McFarlane, which I think they make their stuff super tall, but here's a legend. Good old cat. Good old cat. Good old cat. Got an Iron Man. Iron Man. Seems like the Avengers will be looking more for this guy too. It's like, hey, heard you got some powers, kid. What you going to do with that? You know? And then here you go, a scale of Tom McFarlane, Peter Parker. As you see, it's a kid scale. So they kind of like, I won't say they neck to neck, but you can use it, you know? And this is a Mega Man Jada Toys. I like the blue on blue right here. Excuse me. So I'm definitely going to do some shots with these two, anime style. But yeah, there you have it. Pretty much that's all in a nutshell. Overall, I would say this is Fly Nerd certified. This is definitely a dope figure. One of the best of the year. You see my other tape, I did another figure. I'll probably say that's the best of the year, but this is really slick as far as like detail, articulation, and only just wish the head sculpt had look up a little bit more. But other than that, this is really dope. I really like this so far. I'm gonna have fun making some shots, doing some cool stuff, and stick around. You know, go to Troubleshooters85 on Instagram and Fly Nerd Gallery on Instagram. Those are my toy pages where we put out the good stuff, man, and we have a good community of toy photographers. And follow Fly Nerd Groups, subscribe and share, and tell your friends, man. Yeah, this is a cool joint. So this is Cosmo Galactus. This is the Fly Nerd Toybox. I'm closing up the box, and we out. Have a good day.
What you see is what you get. Fly nerds. You see it and say it. Yeah, you see black excellence and intelligence we now combine. Fly nerds on the verge of connecting the minds. North, south, east, west over digital lines. Catalogs of the culture inside. Seen it with our own eyes. We done been through the trends. seasons and phases. The names and the legacy, the changing faces. We can't talk shop, only dealing the truth. You tuning in to the Fly Nerd Group, so let the peoples in. Yeah. FNG.